Hello everyone, Joanne with StampingInTheValley.com and welcome to my craft room. Look at this adorable card I made with the Sitting Pretty bundle. This comes out of the new catalog. I told you in the last video that we were going to go ahead and work with this bench. This is some copper foil paper that I made that bench out of. And we're going to talk about this card in just a minute, but I want to talk about this bench and how to cut it out with your Big Shot. As a demonstrator, like I said in my last video, we get a lot of tutorials from Stampin' Up, and I did not know this. I really didn't, or I would have been doing this. Normally I would put my paper down, I'd put my framelit on top of it, and cut, okay? But what they said in the video, the best way, especially on something like this, intricate like this, is to get to the side of your Big Shot, either side, because that's where the most pressure is. Put your framelit down, face up, cutting plate up. Take your paper and put it face down, the part that you're going to, want to show, just like this, okay? Because if you can see right in here, it embosses also into the seat to give it that dimension, that dimensional look, like there's slats there to sit on, okay? So then you just make your sandwich that way, okay? And roll it through your Big Shot. And you know what they're saying is that you get the best image and the best cut that you can out of, your apparatus here, your Big Shot, and then the best that you can from the framelit. So there's that piece. Here's this piece. Yes, it is a beautiful cut. It really, really is. And let's see. Let me get my phone. Let's see if this will... And I just kind of run this over it, just like that, because every other slat is going to come out to make the back of the chair. Look at how beautiful that came. Just that quick and simple and easy. Let me get this going this way. Here we go. Now they're small, so take your time. There we go. I didn't want to mar the bench, so take your time. There we go. Just like that. Isn't that beautiful? If you've got some little twigs in here, you can snip them with your snips, of paper. But that came out gorgeous. Look at that embossing right there. Wait till the camera focuses on that. Pull it out just a little bit there. Beautiful detail in that. Love the bench. Now, let's talk about the bench. Let me move all of this out of the way. Just for a second here. Just bear with me. Okay. Let's talk about this little bench that I put on the card. There's so much that you can do with it. Okay? And you can have a gorgeous little bench, of course. I cut this out of some old chocolate chip. And then I cut this out of Whisper White. And what I did was I took a section out of it, making sure that when you cut it, you leave the little notched edge, okay, so that when you put it together, the same spacing between where you cut and the other ones are the same. I'll show you how to do that. Just get a pair of your snips, okay? And what I mean by that is when you look here, this is why I did this in chocolate chip, because you could see it better than the white. But you want to cut in the middle of these notches. Okay, so just snip it right there in the middle. Okay, so that you have a little hanging over. Now, we're going to make a chair. Or let's say we'll make a love seat, okay? So I'm going to snip a portion out. And again, I want to snip in the middle. Okay, so I have those notches hanging out. Here's our bench. Here's a love seat. Okay, when the notches come together, you have the same spacing. Okay, Let me show you that up close. And please excuse my inky fingers, but hey, I've been having a ball in this craft room with this new product. Okay, when those notches come together, the spacing is the same as it is where it's together already, okay? But there's a love seat. Isn't that adorable? Okay, and then if you cut a little more out of it, you can make a chair. Make like an oversized chair right there. And it comes together perfectly. When you glue it down, it will come together perfectly. Isn't that nice? That's fun. And here's what we started with. Okay? Now the other thing that you can do with it, here is something that looks like a fence. Just like that. Okay? Or it even looks like a shutter. That is what the tutorial from Stampin' Up was showing. Wouldn't that be great? Just cut out a square right there from your square framelits and put some shutters on it and put a little scene behind it. There, I just made up a card. Easy, easy peasy, okay? That might be the next thing you see me do with this. But now how to make the fence. You want to cut these legs out right here, okay? Cut that totally out. And you want to come across the bottom here and cut this bottom completely off. Right there. And come over here and come straight across. Okay. Then you have this little notch here and just cut that notch out. And there is your shutters. A pair of shutters. Isn't that adorable? That is so cute, out of a bench. And again, with this, you can shorten it, okay? Any way, any length you want. You don't have to keep this length. You can shorten it and just attach this bottom, just like we did the parts of the chair here. Okay? So there's our little chair, the smaller chair. Okay? A pair of shutters. A beautiful copper bench. And let's talk about this card. I've used the Sitting Pretty set right here. It's a bundle in the new catalog with the Pretty Park framelits. That's what it pairs together with. Okay. Now, look down here where I have done this brick right here. Okay, we've talked about the bench now. Now let's talk about doing the brick. Okay, let's move all this out of the way and I'll get ready to do that brick with you. Okay, we're going to use some Cajun Craze and let's just talk about this card for just a moment. The base is Thick Whisper White, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and it will open like this. Okay, our first layer is Basic Black and that's 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And our second layer then is 5 1/4 by 4. I wanted a little bit of a border around there of black to pick up this sentiment right here, but I didn't want the full 1/8 of an inch. I just wanted like a 1/16 of an inch on my borders. So that's why I went down just an 1/8 of an inch on each layer. Okay, then I stamped and cut out my little puppy, and like I said in the last video, I thought to be friends like that is just adorable. And there is like a light colored little doggy and a little darker colored doggy, and I think that they are adorable. There's my squirrel, I did that, and my birds, and popped those up with dimensionals, but my bench is down with some Tombow. Okay, now I did this brick back here. The last card we did had like the cobblestone little framelit that came in the set. But this, we're going to do the stamping with the brick. I'm going to use the Cajun Craze, but for you guys, I'm just going to do it on Whisper White so you can see it. Okay. Now, I tried to put all my little samples, like my chair, my love seat, my shutter, and then my benches up here, and there's the framelit for the bench. It comes in the Pretty Park framelit set. So I take my stamp here, and this is in the Sitting Pretty stamp set, and I ink it up with Cajun Craze. Just that simple. I'm going to come off the page here just a bit with the first 2 bricks. Just like that, okay? Then what I'm going to do is ink it up again. And this is the way we had it. Now you want to turn it completely around so that the longer brick is on the bottom and the shorter one is on the top. This way you can make a continuous line here. Try to line it up. I'm behind the camera. I'll do the best I can. Just like that. Oh, I got a little cockeyed going that way, but you get the gist of it right here, where you can continue with the brick. And then if you wanted to do another one, just ink it up. And what I did then was, we were this way, okay? I turned it again so that the long part's on the bottom, short part on the top, and stamp, okay? That gives us a nice that really worked out well, continual line. Then you can go on top of it, and let me pull this down so I can attempt to see. Just like that. Okay, I got that nice and close. The other one is a little spaced out. Again, turn it around, and then you can line it up with the longer part, and you know you're okay. You know you're okay right there, because it's just going to follow that line, and it's just going to make the nicest brick wall. You could do a whole page of brick wall that way. I think that's fantastic. So just a few little tips with this new set that's going to be offered on June 1st in the brand new catalog. I'm so excited about it, and I really enjoy working with this Sitting Pretty set. So cute. Here is another card that I've done with it, and showing you all of the technique that can be done with the little bench. Thanks for watching. Please go to stampinginthevalley.com, click on the big blue button, order any and all of your Stampin' Up! Supplies. Remember, the new catalog for customers will launch June 1st. You're allowed to order on June 1st. If you order $25 in product from me, these are the 2 free kits for the month. Please check out the link below, and remember, this little silver sequence chain is going to be gold, and this little clip here is going to be a paper clip that's black. As soon as I get them in, I'll change this look here and show you what it's going to look like, but I don't have my product in yet, so I had to improvise a little bit. But these are the 2 beautiful kits for this month that are free with a $25 order before shipping, handling, and taxes. Please check out, like I said, the link below. And if you have any questions, email me at joannemaddie@outlook.com. Happy crafting! This is a fun set. Hope you like it.